Hello, I'm Dr. Shannon. I'm a chiropractor turned strength rehab coach for women who are frustrated by constantly being told to rest, to just be careful, to walk, to just do more Pilates or yoga, and just being given watered down, generic, outdated advice about exercise and pain like you aren't smart and capable. And you're probably really over just going back to doctor's offices for another quick fix that doesn't last and doesn't actually solve the problem that you have. I'm always super honest with my clients, and so I'm also going to be very honest with you. I used to be on the quick fix side of all of this, and one day I just couldn't do it anymore. Fun fact, adjustments don't make you healthier and don't actually make you stronger. But that's a story for another day. But it's the whole reason actually why I'm here talking to you right now. So hopefully you can give me a few minutes, and at the end, I'll tell you where exactly you can start. So here's what I see all of the time with all of my clients. A woman comes to me with pain that's been around for a while. It might be her back, her hip, her knee, her shoulder, her foot. It comes and goes. Some days may be better than others, but it never quite leaves. And she knows, like logically, that exercise and some form of movement is probably really good for her, but she's super concerned and worried that whatever she decides to do, it's going to cause more pain, more flare-ups, make things worse down the road, right? Well, just going down the worst case scenario rabbit hole. She does the responsible thing. She goes and sees a PT, a provider, and she's just been told the same things over and over, right? To take it easy, to don't bend, to don't lift heavy, like don't walk like that. Try this stretch, get this injection, come back next week, right? It's just this repetitive cycle. And it seems like everyone is just telling you either what to do or what not to do, aka just very all or none, versus problem solving with you to figure this out. And I know it can feel like at some point there's just no other options, right? You've exhausted them all. But I can promise you there absolutely are other options. So here's the lens, the perspective most women never really get offered. Right? You may not be injured or broken or damaged. You may just be underbuilt. And the great thing is that is a very fixable problem. The muscles, tendons, tissues around the area that hurts, they're designed to do real work. I think we forget bodies are designed to be strong as long as we give them the right input. So when they don't get used the way they were built to be used, they gradually get weaker, stiffer, more reactive. There's less stress that is required to actually create a pain response. So more of the time of just being careful and being cautious just leads to more sensitivity, less capabilities, less capacity, not actually healthier or stronger for the long haul. And here's the part that I think you realize more and more and more, the longer that this goes on for, right? Your world just tends to slowly but surely shrinks, right? Like maybe you stop going for those hikes and those walks that you used to do. You don't dance at the wedding on the dance floor. You're not squatting down to play with your grandkids. The reaching overhead, like without thinking about it, maybe you're now asking your husband or partner or someone else to like do things that you feel like you can't do. And that's really that's the part I care most about. So maybe if you look at it, two options here, right? And both options are pretty hard, right? You can stick in the story, the belief that you can't, and the fears and the worries, and this is not good for me, and blah, 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 blah. Or you can decide that the pursuit of changing your physiology to get stronger, more functional, better mobility, balance, coordination is probably also going to be hard and require some effort too, but it's perhaps the more powerful hard that you have control over choosing. So when I work with someone in this pattern, I'm doing two things at once. One is I help you address what's actually driving the pain underneath, right? And this is the story, the fear, the nervous system pattern that's keeping things loud. Because it's not always, I think, purely a physical thing. There's a lot of like mental psychology with this stuff as well. And number two, I help you build a real, sustainable, simple, safe, effective way to keep moving, to keep training, not just currently, but for a long time. Because we know that consistent movement, training, exercise, whatever you want to call it, but it's just the right dose in the right order over time. That is really the only thing that keeps you strong long term and gives you a buffer to handle forces, loads, and stresses that otherwise would have caused pain in the first place. This is not about fixing your anterior pelvic tilt. This is not putting your spine back into place. This is not just making your weak or off glutes more active. You just got to remember, if you want your body to be able to move and respond to what life is putting on it, you got to learn how to move and respond well. And that's exactly why I built my 6-week initial starter plan. And this is how all of my new clients start working with me. It's really an on-ramp for the woman who's done being told to be careful and ready to safely and effectively start adding back, right? And this does not require a gym, no complete life overhaul, and you don't have to become a person where, training and fitness is like your entire identity. It's just something you do because you see the value in it, and it's a way to actually control what you can control, right? The effort, the practice, and the reps. I know a lot of people are just concerned about not really understanding where to start, and this is a real doable starting place to actually start moving in a way beyond just basic rehabbing. You've been waiting for the right time, the right routine, the right amount of energy. I hope you know that's just perfectionism talking. This is your sign and giving you permission to let that go. And I would love to truly rebuild the version of you who doesn't question what her body can and cannot do. And I know I can show you exactly where and how to begin that isn't overwhelming.